This is Sarah McCart Jackson interviewing Eddie Tipton, Randy Trinham, Ira Trinham, Kay Trinham Bell, Gretchen McCabe, and Peggy Trinham Booth at Elkmont, Tennessee in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. It is August 6, 2011. We will be talking about life at Elkmont. This is recording EOHP.08.06.11.
Pictures here of Levi Trinham that used to own all this property here from Blanket Creek and before the park got it. I got a picture of him and his wife, and I got a picture of him. He's probably the most famous. They call him the Prophet of the Smokies.
Mm-hmm.
And here's him. Those were taken. Emmeline and him are buried in this cemetery up here at Jakes Creek.
Mm-hmm. And notice she's got an old clay pipe in her.
Yeah.
She smoked
Mm-hmm.
a clay pipe.
Yeah. And she died in 1928. She was the first person to ever be buried at Jakes Creek Cemetery. Ira knows all about that. And then Levi was buried there in 1936.
Mm-hmm.
He owned all this property in here before the federal government got it, where the camping area is now.
Mm-hmm.
And one of his cabins that he lived in on Blanket Creek, they pulled it over here in the 40s. It's up there across from Appalachian Club. It still is intact.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make a loop and go right by that if you want to take a picture of it.
Definitely.
And I know where his house set too, where the house where this picture was taken.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Reddy Trinham showed me
wonderful.
exactly where it's. And then we can go to their graves up here in
Mm-hmm.
where they're buried, and then we'll go to the Appalachian Club, which they restored, and one of his old cabins is across from it. That's on the little loop tour.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll come back down here at the rock that's set in front of the old Elkmont Baptist Church, where the kids used to slide down the middle of it, and there's a rutted out place where it looks like somebody's ground that they just slide on their leather shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really said, Grandma'd say, now really don't be sliding, you'll tear your pants up if you slide down there one more time.
Levi had a yoke of oxen. You know what oxen is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When they dedicated the Gay Street Bridge in Knoxville, he was the first to cross it with his oxen and wagon.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the ceremony.
Yeah.
I don't know what they found him, but anyway, he was there at the dedication.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and the oxen, there was the town drunk around Gatlinburg and around the area. Doc Cole was his name, D.O.C. Doc Cole.
Mm-hmm.
And he would go and stay with people like 2 weeks at a time, and then they'd get tired of him and he'd go stay with somebody else. He didn't really have a home. And Levi named his oxen Doc and Coley after Doc Cole. So, these old oxen, Dad told me that.
Well, for the recording, can I get each of you to say your name and then your connection to Elkmont, just to start off with that? Would that be
Yeah,
all right?
when are you going to start the recording?
It's started.
Oh,
It's going. We're going.
Since we've been sitting down, it's
Mhm.
okay. Well, go ahead. Now.
Okay, I'm Randy Trinham, and my dad grew up here, and my great-grandfather was Levi, who owned all the campground and stuff. So that's how I'm connected with Elkmont. And I came up here as a teenager and kid all my life. So
Well, my mother was born here in 1920, and Levi Trinham was my great-grandfather, and Emmeline. And my grandfather, Ferris Trinham, used to cut timber up at the head of Three Forks and Fish Camp Prong, and him and his brother Lewis had a team.